initiating rage process.
And we're back in the room, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. It is Wednesday, November 6th. I hope all is well as can be. My friends up the US, they're not doing too good today, so I'm gonna need y'all to check on them. They're not doing too good, especially those who wanted um, Kamala Harris to win, and not Donald Trump. Yeah, so they're not doing too well. Check on them today. It's a rainy day on the rock, but we're up and running. We're up and running. We're up and running. They're quiet this morning. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. Y'all are acting as brand new. Like this is the first time Donald Trump was elected. The 45th president is now the 47th. Yeah, he's been there before, and y'all didn't exactly die, y'all. We talk about Christmas decoration. Y'all didn't exactly die, It's part of living, change and all of that. Y'all survived then, and I'm sure you're gonna do the same. I know how it is, It's almost like elections here all over again. Green versus yellow. The yellow ones were jubilant, and the green ones were in a state of the world. The sky is falling, chicken liquor, the sky is falling. Everybody, the sky is falling. Let's run and cover our head. That's how the blue people are this morning. So the red ones, they're happy but I didn't know so many of you were Republicans or supported Donald Trump. Y'all came out this morning. Listen, at the end of the day, people need to stand up on 10 toes for what they believe in and whoever they support. Don't wait until the ball is in your court and you can finally come out because your side won and say, yes. Y'all don't be like scribes and Pharisees and them. If you're a Republican, you're supporting red, why y'all are pretending and staying quiet and pretending that you're not? Now, all of this morning, I made 2 posts and I never knew so many of you supported Donald Trump. I swear. I just passing through the books and I'm seeing other status and I'm seeing so many of you. Y'all out in your numbers this morning, boy. They've been blue. Yo, listen. In this thing called life, you have to stand on your 10 toes. Whatever you believe in, that's what you believe in. All right? You don't need to hide. You don't need to floss. You don't need to, pretend to fit in. Stand out and stand out proudly. That's what you support. That's what you support. Now this morning is like everybody found their voice. I'm telling you, as much as there are differences in people and the world, there are still a lot of similarities in how we behave. Doesn't matter where you're from, what ethnicity, what denomination, we still have so much similarities. Because if you look at the situation now, we have a case like people who are speaking now are like, okay, we support yellow, right? But we didn't used to say much now, but our parties and thing now. We're in season right now. So it's like we talk and you listen. So no matter how, different we are, we're still very much the same. Jackie, me, I want you back in my place. Yes, just yesterday you was running your mouth. You was running your mouth on Cornwall and Andal. No, stay up the road and fight up with with your president. Pepsi said just so they were supporting NDC and was jumping up for NNP on the campaign trail. People, listen. Humans are not to be trusted. If y'all had learned that by now, and now they say the noise in the market is not the sale. All right. So if we had learned that by now, I don't know when we will. But anyways, it didn't work in the Democrats' favor. President Trump elected the 47th president of the United States. And the thing I had some difficulties understanding this whole electoral college, and I want to thank those who took the time out to really break it down. So now I have a better understanding as to how it really works. So your vote really does matter. Your votes really matter. So for those who are saying, well, it makes sense when voting, yes, you needed to vote. Right? because that is how you determine how many the electoral college, how many Democrats you vote in, how many Republicans you vote in. So it really mattered. And then some of all it up the road just wasting time. The best one to come back here and do travel. Because I could never understand that you're in a place for all these years. And this isn't to hurt anybody's feelings, but if it hurt your feelings, that's your feelings, that's your business. Yes, you may have went in as some of you went in with your brown envelope under your arm. Some of you went in overstayed, but sorted out your business over time, got your green card, and then made it your duty to get your permanent residence. I mean, you're now a citizen. You got your citizenship. But there are a lot of you who are just sitting on your laurels with your green card and you're comfortable with that and would make no move. Running a time like now, you're galloping up and down the internet and that's all you can do. You can't even make a vote to help somebody change a situation. Nothing. All you can do is talk about it. You can't do nothing to make it listen. The time some of you spend in people's business, fetting, partying, drinking rum, invest in your future and your children's future. You have your green card and whatever you have, go sort out your business. It doesn't stop there. Go as far as you can go. But a lot of you get comfortable and you sit on your laurels and you accept you could go and come. And that's what matters to a lot of you. As long as you could go and come, that is it. That is not it. Because now you're realizing, listen, big election, you supporting Kamala and you can't even vote for her because you don't have that right. Make it make sense. Y'all need to get your house in order. Sort out your business. Y'all be up in everybody else's business, but you're not studying your business. And that is what's important. Up and down in Grenada business, up and down in Dickon and Keith business, and your business not sorted out. It's like the same thing. Go and sort out your business. Some of you, since since King Hatchet was a hammer, and you can't make a difference. Sort out your business. That is what you need to invest in, your business, and get it together. Because you could make a difference, and there's a lot of you holding green cards that could make a difference, and you weren't able to because y'all get me started out of other things to talk about. Elimas, good morning.
Well, I thought I had friends, but me don't have no friends.
What happened?
Nobody checked on me last night. Nobody checked on me this morning. Not even my son. Nobody checked on me.
Gabby and none of them look and call and see how you doing. How you faring?
Nobody checked on me. I tell you.
Boy, right now, all of all in the same boat, so everybody want checking on right now. I tried to make the wrongs, but I couldn't get to everybody.
This morning, I provided one of friends. I used the toilet by myself last night. I run it back and forth by myself.
Well, who you want to go in the toilet with you?
Taking out TV by myself last night. Putting it back on 5 o'clock this morning, making sure I could get a better result, going back and sleeping. No. I don't have no friends, man. I just have loyal fans. I just have fans like me, entertainment style. I don't have friends.
Listen, all of Molly was
not even my son check on me.
All of Molly was in the same boat last night. No one could help the other, so nobody could check on you. Trust and believe nobody. Maybe they were willing, but they weren't able. They couldn't help you last night because everybody was in the same boat last night. Everybody.
Before I go further, all I go say that America.
Good thing you have your house that you're extending in form during the.
I know they telling a partner they boy a Grenadian say boy what drop what we could drop, set up what we could set up and get out.
But I never know all these Grenadians supported Trump.
As that true, I heard you was saying something and I said in my mind, yes, I like that topic. That is why I like to listen to your reason. Don't mind it doesn't defend me and Terrence, but you see people who's living in America not America, Canada, London, over 40 years and don't get themselves together. Something wrong with you. Even though it takes you a little while because everybody's situation is different. But every reason as big people. I know some people spend 40 years in the next man country, nothing. Mm-hmm. No papers, nothing. You don't get yourself together.
Nothing.
Plus, nothing in Grenada. I know a lot of people. You don't have to buy a house in America.
No, you don't have to buy a house.
Even though you don't have a house in America and you have yourself together.
I tell you, some people only concerned that they could fly back and forth and that's it.
You could run home.
And
if you don't do nothing here, build a little something home. So at least today or tomorrow, Yeah, some people spend 40 years in a next man country and nothing. So what was the purpose of traveling?
And they thought to say when you leave your is for greener pastures, you're going there to make life. That's what they tell you. They're going to make life because
And
they're
then
not
some
near.
people get through right away. Some people go through, take it out, just like music. I don't say some artists, they boss the first year, some take 5, 10 years. You understand? But at least, come on, man. I see a lot of people go through that.
Yeah, man, you can't be in a man
And I
country all
answered
these
that
years
same
undocumented. You had to make something happen for
40
yourself.
years, 40 years in a country, not me.
You can't.
Not
You can't.
me.
That shows you have zero ambition. Zero ambition to sit down in the next man country for oh 10,
encourage a
15,
lot of
20
people, and I tell a lot of
plus
people
years
that.
undocumented. Nah, man.
Yes, and a lot of young ladies too out here.
And
just
that
stay
can
with
be
a
all you
man.
can. Okay, you make, and then you make one child, you make two, you make three, and then you just okay. Your children, okay. What about you? If something happened and they put you on the same flight, your children remain in the place.
And listen something again before I go. A lot of people come out here and concerned. If I'm married, people saying, "Oh, I'm married for people." I think the majority of West Indian come here. Don't come coming on.
Papers, no, everybody come, and not everybody come with the envelope under the arm by any means necessary. Once it's not you illegal, you and take nobody life, you and selling drugs, you and doing. You have to get it together. If you
people make some people think something. So you go sit down there and listen to what people saying. Oh, she married for green, and he married for green, and you don't want to get yourself together, and then your family then you can't go back home. Things happening, you can't go back, you can't do nothing with certain things there. You must have social security number. You can't go up, you can't go down, you just worrying what people go say.
No, you have to get it together. They have to get it together.
Anyway, Arona, let me mention something. I now get up the phone there with Pompidou. You know Pompidou?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He says Specky Chump win. You have to make a comeback in Soca Mona. I say Pompidou, the redone building already. I say, remember with the veteran? I say, remember with the veteran? I say, yes. I say, everything in place already. And next year, celebrating 40 years, 40.
Yeah, so you have to one for the road. Yes.
2025.
Yeah.
And tell the manager of power,
mm-hmm.
because of Arona poison she had and tell her I'm very cheap. I will be doing business with her next year.
But every year you come in here and young people, you feel me out on the ground over here. Every year you come in and I bring in the ad and you can't come back. Like you wanted to tell you, no, I'm bringing Specky, I'll give you for free.
When boss lady,
what you want to hear, Elimus, is what Lady said to you when you come. Okay, Elimus, I will give you for free. Right? Unless you don't hear free, nothing then happening.
She hurt me feelings too, not you alone. When boss lady tell me, ask me, Specky, why is so cheap when I'm bringing the yard? Be my run and you, and I know it's you that tell her that. She hurt me feelings too. So next year, please God, no death, no sickness, 40 years, 85 to 2025.
All right, so you'll give us a little change. All right.
Take care of yourself.
Have a wonderful day.
Continue to educate me and Terrence.
All right, we'll do.
Yes.
Slow as a road. And another thing too before we go, because I have a guest. We're splitting the segment this morning. Remember last week we were speaking on mental health and all of that with the Honorable Delma Thomas. But I have a young lady that we'll be speaking with. We'll tell you more about that momentarily. But another thing I wanted to, and Specky kind of touched on it. I saw people making a couple posts talking about, they voted for Trump because of this whole border situation and he's going to put it under control. And I'm like, some of all your memory is like Congo, all your memory low, all your belly on the ground when it comes to remembering once upon a time, that was me. Once upon a time, that was a family member. Once upon a time, that was a friend. They didn't even say, as a matter of fact, the majority of them, they're talking about that is the reason they voted for him. Immigration, migration, immigrants, migrants, whatever you want to know, whatever. They're talking about that's why, because he will control the amount of people. I'm like, look at you. Like somebody forget how he was born here first or born wherever else in whatever Caribbean. Listen, you could have green card, pink card, yellow card, unless you were not born in the United States of America, you are one of them. A lot of people went in on visas, overstayed their time, and sorted out themselves. Others were filed for by their parents, whoever, and they went in with their paper, their yellow envelope under the arm, everything ready to go. Not everybody was fortunate. So sometimes when you hear people talking about, immigration and border, and they're seeing too much people coming here, I don't really get right. All of a sudden, people is come here, like you're born and get the people blue book, United States of America and its dependencies. Listen, sometimes what does it say about humble bod? Sometimes you just have to humble yourself. Everybody wants an opportunity. Yeah? I reach for amen. Salvan, listen, I was on the phone with your friend Chantel yesterday and she read your whole rights. I laugh, I cry, I laugh. You say you're wicked bad. Anyway, as we were saying, let me take this last one and then we're going to move on to our guests. Morning.
Hey, morning.
Mhm.
Listen.
So you don't look out for Specky either?
Huh?
I say you don't look out for Specky either?
Well, Specky, I don't come and look out for me. I don't well and tala, no me belly griping. Specky supposed to come and look out for me.
How
Please.
weak.
I don't well. But let me shed a little light on your last couple of comments there.
Mm-hmm.
People here is not, I think the big issue is that the immigration of people coming into this country is now starting to affect services that people who are legally living here is getting. For example, before in the past, I don't really think, from the time that I've been here, I don't know about before I've been here, but in the last 15 years, people come in and out of here, but not 10,000, 5,000 people a day by the bus load coming from Texas. And these people, they come in here, and so much money has been going to their care and getting them settled in that the library is closing early.
Mm-hmm.
After school programs are getting cut short. And you have to think about it this way.
Mm-hmm.
After a while, when you come out of the immigrant struggle and you get to the struggle of you being a U.S. citizen, you really ain't checking on, well, these people going through, they're running from, from persecution, they're running from problems. You forget all about that. And you focus on yourself, you paying taxes. And a lot of the things that they are getting, immigrants are getting as benefits here. We, the people who paying taxes here, we're not getting that. And then the services that we supposed to be getting, like after school program for our kids, summer program for legal U.S. citizen kids, those programs are being cut because of the crisis with the immigrants and us paying to have them settled. Mm-hmm. I mean, in the long run, these people are going to get settled here. A lot of them is going to get themselves together and they're going to pay tax and that's going to help the economy. Mm-hmm. But in the short term, it's affecting so much things here that people are getting frustrated. And that's why a lot of people gone, Aruna, for the first time in history, Trump won 45% of the votes in New York. Mm-hmm. New York is usually a 75%.
Yeah. Pure Democrats. Mm-hmm.
Pure Democrats. So Trump almost eat out of half of the votes or more that the Democrats got here. That's a huge thing. And we tend to look at life from the big city. We are melting pot. But all over America is not a melting pot. New York City is a melting pot. But all over America is not a melting pot. And people are frustrated. And to be quite honest with you, things real bad up here. Things hard.
This is what I like about you. You say that it is, you're sugarcoating nothing.
No, things bad. Don't worry, that's why we come down there with the little cheap clothes. Because things bad. We there on afterpay. All months later, we still pay for the
clan and all them thing and them.
Things bad, all you. So, when you see them people say they voted for Trump, it's because they believe they're going to get more money and the economy is going to get better. They're looking for better men because we are under pressure.
Well, I sincerely hope, according to people, better men come. And it's not going to be a long, very long 4 years. I really, really hope.
I can see it.
I really, really hope. I really, really hope that better men come true.
But we're praying for the best, but I know I can't see it.
It's all right.
All right.
Thanks so much. I love Gabby for that. Gabby always keeps it real. Gabby say bad, think bad. No, it's bad everywhere. I mean, listen, I was having a conversation just the other day about how high cost of living is. I mean, if you think we complaining in Grenada, and I know I was even making the point of back in the day, a couple years ago, you could pack two good barrels comfortably on $1,000 and still have change, and you gain everything. You gain a whole two barrel, and if you look sharp, you gain a box with it. You're barely making a full barrel with $1,000 these days. Cost of living, rent, sky high. It's tough everywhere. So it's good to keep it real, because there are people sitting here with expectations, and Christmas coming up, they're already looking out for barrel, and they're looking for like a panquai. So you gotta keep it real. You gotta keep it real that, hey, yes, we struggling too, things rough, but some of y'all don't do that. You play the pretend game. Anyways, I think I'm ready for my my next guest. Y'all saw my posting, and we're gonna have to talk about CMR tomorrow. I don't think I have enough time to delve into it today. Yeah, I don't think I have enough time to delve into it today, because I want to do use the next couple minutes to have the other conversation. But I probably should have this put this for tomorrow, because y'all are really on this election thingy. But listen, it happened. There's nothing we can do about it. You know, everybody will just have to adapt. You'll just have to adjust. You have to find ways to move forward. You might even learn something. You never know. I know, change is something that we all fear as human beings. We don't like things. We fear the unknown. But like I said, you've been there before. It's not his first rodeo. You know what to expect. Maybe he's changed certain things about himself, certain policies, you never know. So you just have to take everything in stride and hope for the best. Because at the end of the day, y'all ain't leaving and come back here. You still have to stay and fight up wherever you are, I know guys are not going to just pack up and leave, much as you're making your little jokes on social media. You guys are not going to pack up shop and, put yourself, because it's not better here either. It's not better here either. So you just have to make the best. And, take a look around, and I guess, listen, much of what y'all see is what you're pretty much already accustomed to seeing. It's that reliable reality you can depend on. So you just have to find comfort and confidence to thrive. Whatever changes may come, you're accustomed getting up and going to work, you continue doing that. If you can make extra $2, you do that. Change is essential for life. Change is essential, and so is steadiness. So you just have to, just embrace the challenge to make the best of both. And it's not as bad as some are crying. Like I said this morning, we have the chicken licker syndrome. Everybody running around like the sky is falling. They see chicken licker running, and everybody start to run. The sky falling, and the sky wasn't falling. It's not gonna be bad. Y'all made it before. You're gonna do it again. Just brace yourselves and keep it pushing. Monty says, I don't think this win for Trump is just about economics. I think the change in cultural norms weighs heavily on the everyday man and woman. Derek says, nothing much changes for me. I still have to work and pay taxes. Yeah. It's the same thing, just what y'all got to do. Y'all going to be fine. Samuel, you're going to Guyana? Life goes on, right, Debbie? Our favorite line these days, we move. And we do so with grace and one foot in front of the other. Y'all gonna be all right. So keep it pushing. Anywho's, I have a special guest with me this morning. Why do you look like Smile and you look like Shiloh? I swear you smile like Shiloh. You have a similarity to Shiloh. Seriously, I looked up and I was like, wait, no, that's not Shiloh. Yeah, your smile resembles Shiloh. Anyways, guys, moving on. All right, we're gonna catch up on this whole election thing another time. But you vote for stimulus? Well, don't forget me. Christmas coming. Make me smile too. All right. So this morning we have Aliyah Sandy in studio with us, and she is here. Basically, last week we spoke a lot on mental health with the Honorable Delma Thomas in her capacity as the minister, and what's happening from a ministerial perspective, from a government perspective. But we didn't really get to go into the very heart of it. And she is, as part of her advocacy, she is focusing on mental health. As a matter of fact, this morning I learned that she is in the running to the title of Miss Grenada. Okay, only this morning I was told that.
That is correct. Yes.
So I'm happy to have you in studio this morning to speak on your journey and of course mental health. That is what your focus is on,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Thank
Okay,
you.
so for the benefit of those listening and viewing, maybe you can just introduce yourself, tell us a bit about yourself, and then we'll go into why mental health is so important to you.
All right. I am Elias Sandy, as Aruna just mentioned. I am 21 year.
Yeah, hold on. She doesn't really need one, but you can hear her good.
Is that okay?
Let me put it up one. You're saying a little low. That should be better.
Awesome.
Okay, hold on. Just come a little. Yeah, just come a little closer. Yeah, yeah, this way. No, this way. Yeah, so you'll be able to. Yeah, that should be better. I want to get you in the screen. That's why. So come a little closer here again. I'm sorry to disrupt you.
Okay.
Is that
How's
better?
that?
Yeah, okay. So go ahead.
I am Aliyah Sandy, as Aruna just mentioned. I am 21 years old, the eldest sister of 2 siblings, and a passionate advocate for mental health awareness.
Okay. And what made you decide, okay, as part of the pageant, that you wanted to focus on that out of everything? Because I mean, you're young. There's so many other things, your interests. You could put your interest in. Tell us about why you chose this particular one.
I saw the need to raise awareness here in Grenada. This is basically like taboo. When you mention mental health, people are like, what,
Mm-hmm.
And it's not something that's new to me. I had a past classmate who unfortunately committed suicide due to these effects. And I saw the need to bring light to that, to raise that awareness, inform our community on this topic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, in terms of, you said raise awareness of folks. This is one medium, one way to do it. What else have you been doing, and what else is in store for you in terms of the whole awareness thingy, and what would you like my audience to know about it?
I have a lot of things planned, and for you guys can stay tuned to my Instagram page. That's called Mindful Me, MINDFULL.ME.
Mm-hmm.
Please follow. On there, you can find great inspirations, motivations, and tips on self care, mindfulness, all of that.
Alrighty. So if we have what do you think you'll accomplish? What exactly do you hope to accomplish with your advocacy?
I truly hope to encourage open conversations as it relates to mental health. Like I said before, this is basically taboo here in Grenada, and I just want everyone to know that it is normal. It is okay for everyone or someone to not feel okay. It is okay for you to be sad at this time. I want to encourage open conversations with men, women, and children.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to go to schools to inform students,
Mm-hmm.
have parental discussions so that new parents are aware and know how to deal when their kids are, suffering with depression, anxiety, and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Just to raise that awareness.
Mm-hmm. And I'm happy that you mentioned in schools, because a lot of the times we seem to think that only adults,
Indeed.
battle depression and anxiety, but we realize that we also, young people also do that. Children do that, because you're faced with so many different things.
I believe that's where it starts.
You have issues with school. You have sometimes issues at home. You don't know how to cope. You don't know how to deal with it. So there's a number of things that can contribute to depression and anxiety among young people. So I'm happy that at least you are taking that step. A lot of the times we focus on, the elderly, we focus on the adults, and not realizing that, hey, maybe if we curb this from young, we have a better way to cope and deal and with mental health and all those things. What say you about that?
I would love for them to see someone that's young speaking about this, so that they know, okay, I'm not hearing this from an elderly woman. I'm not hearing this from a young, an older person, but a young person, a young female that is, speaking about this. So this is normal. And I too know that mental health can affect you. I know of persons who was really affected by that, and I just want to raise that awareness.
Monty's asking, please ask her if she's still doing the podcast. Talk to us about the podcast. What podcast is that?
Absolutely, Monty. You have a lot in store. I have a lot in store, sorry. So please stay tuned. You guys can follow my Instagram page. Again, that's Mindful Me. That's correct. Yes.
Okay. So anything for upcoming, guys, you will get all the information there. And I think this month, November, is also mental
Men's
health
month,
awareness
yes.
for men,
Yes,
right?
that's correct.
So tell us about that too.
Okay. Oh, wow. So 2 weeks back, I attended a forum. It was a men's happy hour where I spoke and informed the persons that was in attendance on the effects of mental health and just really shed light on that and encouragement. And you will be expecting more of that from me, especially on my social media pages. You guys just stay tuned, guys.
How was it though? How was that meeting?
It was actually my first public speaking moment, and I felt really super proud to accomplish that. And there's more in store.
What was the reception like? What was the feedback like from it?
It was really positive, and it was also engaging, Aruna, to see the amount of men that was in attendance and that was asking questions, wanted to know more, wanted to do more. And that also led me to just want to also help them,
What were some of the things they were asking? What were some of the major concerns as men though?
So I know as men, as men, we often think we shouldn't, or it's not okay for us to speak up. It's not okay for you to cry. It's not okay for you to appear as weak. But truly, it is. You are human. You are just like me, and I'm just like you. So it is okay for you to do that. And those were things that they were speaking about and just raising those topics.
The need and the safe place,
Yes,
yeah, where
correct.
they can express themselves.
Absolutely, and that is what I want to bring light to here in Grenada, to create that safe space.
I'm so happy that you are passionate about it because a lot of the times we speak on mental health and we sort of gloss over it, but then we focus on it because I think the issue is more women speak up when they are confronted with issues or whatever. And when you look at some of the statistics, especially men are the ones who tend to commit suicide more as compared to women, because it seems the women may have a higher tolerance dealing with problems, dealing with stress,
That is
dealing
correct.
with depression and all of those things compared to men.
As opposed to men, yes.
So I really think we need to, have something that totally focuses on helping men and getting them, into a place, and like you said, that safe space that you're speaking of, where they can truly express themselves and speak.
Yes.
And we wouldn't get shut down and, oh, you man, you need to man up, stop being weak, stop behaving like a woman, stop, and it's something that I really hope that you will really take and run with.
It starts here, guys. It starts with you. We need to encourage those open conversations.
Hold on, let me just see what somebody's saying. Where did it go? Dr. Jocelyn Peters, good morning. Welcome to the show. Says mental health challenges in the workplace can arise as well when effective structures and procedures are lacking. It is crucial for leaders within the public service to actively advocate for the mental well-being of employees, fostering a supportive environment rather than creating additional stress. By prioritizing mental health, we can enhance overall productivity and job satisfaction. That is another area that's often neglected and people don't take much of it, but workplaces can really do a number on your mental health if you're not careful.
That is so correct.
That's where you spend the majority of your day. If you do a 8 to 4, 9 to 5, whatever, or you do shifts, you do doubles, what have you, you spend a lot of time on the job. And if you're not careful, like I said, it can really, really do a number on you. So that is something that needs to be looked at as well.
I can attest to that as someone who is employed. I am actually a banker by profession. So juggling that work-life pageant balance has really been challenging, guys. It's a lot, and I must say that pageantry is not for the faint of heart, Aruna.
So how do you remain focus? How do you balance, keep your life in check?
Prioritizing my tasks.
To putting everything in where it's supposed to be and not trying to do everything all at once.
Meeting those deadlines, doing what I have to do when I have to do it. Yes.
So that helps. So that can work for the average person, the average Joe as well. I know sometimes we try to take on a lot because it might seem as though, hey, there isn't much hours in the day and I have to do this, I have to do that, and you're rushing and you're not, giving yourself enough time to get through task and what have you. So
Yes.
I can definitely understand that. So what's next for you?
Well, guys, I would just like to invite all of your listeners and viewers to come out on November 30th to witness myself and 4 other amazing young ladies vie for the title. And we would absolutely love your support. I would love your support. So come out. You can purchase tickets from The Closet, Grenadian Optical, and the Gittins Pharmacy.
Okay, and what's your page again, so people can follow you to get more information?
On Instagram, Mindful Me, MINDFULL.MEE.
Okay, Mindful Me. Alrighty, so just wanna say thank you so much, Aaliyah, and to wish you all the best on your journey, and of course and your advocacy journey as well. And I really hope that some of the plans that you have, it will come to fruition. And
Yes.
yes, and you get the support that you need, because it's a very, very serious
It is.
issue
It is.
that we sometimes sweep under the rug, and it needs to be at the forefront, because you can't develop a country if your people are not well mentally, and that is
And
more
there's no
important.
health without mental health. That is correct. Yes.
That is so
Yes.
correct. So thank you so much, Aliyah.
Thank you for
And,
having me, Aruna.
yeah, and feel free to hit me up at any time. Okay.
You will be hearing from me soon.
All right.
And all of you.
Appreciate you.
Goodbye.
All right. Okay, that was Aliyah Sandy. I just had to give her a couple minutes of our time this morning to speak on that. So remember, you can follow her, Mindful Me, on Instagram. Is Instagram?
Yes.
Okay, and
Yes.
Instagram to get more information, and of course to follow her movement and her journey regarding mental health, and of course her journey in pageantry. Thanks so much again, Aliyah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alrighty. Okay, we have about 3 more minutes. Eddie, I saw you make a point that I wanted to touch on. And you said it has nothing to do with higher tolerance. Women, I would not say it has nothing to do. It's a combination of all things, because not every woman has a village, especially in the times we live in. There are a lot of women who keep things to themselves because they fear everybody knows everybody talks everybody's business, everybody goes into the little group chats, and anything that you might say in confidence, before you know it, the entire marish and parish knows it. So you have to learn to cope on your own. So I will never sit here and say it has nothing to do with higher tolerance. It has a lot to do with higher tolerance, as well as more outlets. Gone are the days when the village looked out for everybody. It's all man for themselves now. If you're not aware of that, then you're probably living in a bubble. And I've heard a lot of women come to me and say that, they have nobody to talk to, because they fear what they say will be told to the entire village or the entire community or the entire country. Sometimes people that they don't even know outside of Grenada knows their business. So it has to do, you have to learn. Sometimes we have to develop your own coping mechanisms, to deal with depression and deal with, it's not the best. And it is always advised to speak to somebody, speak to a therapist, counselor, what have you. But a lot of people they're not comfortable going that route, because we are of the notion that once you speak to a therapist or a counselor, that you're mentally ill to the point where you need to be hospitalized, and you're going to get walking the street, eating out of garbage bins and begging people on the street. We still have that, there's a lot of nonsense associated with mental health. So these days, a lot of people are now keeping things to themselves, because we put on this facade that everything is fine. We put on our makeup, we dress up, we take nice pictures, we put them on social media, and we smile, but internally we're a mess. A lot of people put on smiles every day, but they're not doing good. They're not happy with themselves. They're not happy with life. They're just going through the motions. just living because they can, you know. So everybody, Gabby says, honestly, everyone should have a therapist. And at some point we will get to that place where we, and it takes a lot of work, and maybe from, you know, maybe from a government perspective, from a Ministry of Social Development perspective, putting on more programs and letting people know that we have available resources and put more resources. I think, and the minister did allude to that, that a lot of the times the problem is the availability of resources. We do not have a proper place, hospital. Everybody shouldn't be going to the Mount Gay psychiatric hospital, because sometimes your illness or your episode is not that serious that requires you being there amongst people who are for more serious nature. So there's a lot of things that can contribute to it, and there's a lot of things we need to do. Resources is one we have to put into it, and another thing is seeing the importance of it. And that sometimes is the problem. We don't see the importance of these things. Somebody takes their life, somebody do something, then we start making mental health matters, depression, and all those things. And as soon as we move on to other things, and we're not as, you know, interested in it like we were before. So that's something that I really, really, really hope at some stage we will get, you know, we put at the top of our agenda, top of, you know, the transformation agenda, and not just transformation in terms of building roads, building bridges, building hospital, building hotels, but transforming our people, our mental health, realizing that if we don't have that, you know, we can't really build a purposeful Grenada, you know. So Shireen says someone people can talk to and understand the need for privacy. And that is a serious problem here, confidentiality and privacy. Even so-called professionals that you go to, sometimes you still hear your business on the street. It's like we do not understand the meaning of the word. We don't. When you go and you speak to anybody in that sort of situation, you should just sit back, relax, and not have to worry about, will it be told on the street or will I hear it out there? Shouldn't be. But unfortunately, that's not the way it is. Anywho's, I just wanted to add my 2 cents on that. I think we can go back to no, listen. I started this whole Trump conversation this morning, and I was going, and I realized y'all know by now I'm not one to do back and forth. I will post my stuff and leave y'all to discuss amongst yourselves. I don't do the back and forth and what have you. But for some reason, you know, I saw one this morning and I responded to it, you know. And what I realized, what my takeaway was, we really don't know how to have dialogues and give your opinion, I give mine. It's almost like a competition. It's like who win. It's like there's no prize for this. I have an opinion, you have an opinion. That does not mean you're right and I'm wrong, or I'm wrong and you're right. We have difference of opinions, and they probably both could stand. But you know, I was, you know, engaging the gentleman. Then he spoke about, you know, we seem to think that the issue is because of, you know, Kamala being a woman, and that is why she didn't get the nod for presidency. He raised the point, right? About, I mentioned nothing about gender, nothing about because she's a woman, yada yada yada. And then he raised the point that, you know, we've had women prime ministers in the Caribbean, in Barbados, for example. We have a female prime minister, blah blah blah. So then I'm like, okay, yeah, so that's the point, you know. So that means we don't share the same notion when it comes to whether it's male, female, or systems are different. A lot of the times we vote for the party of our choice. So whether it's a man, dog, rat, cat, bat leading the party, you're going to vote regardless, because that's your party. You don't necessarily switch positions based on who it is or what they stand for. You stand for party. That's how we vote in the Caribbean, party. Whether you agree with their policies, sometimes you don't even know what their policies are. All you know, am I an MP? Am I NDC? And I vote. That's it. So we were having the discussion, then homeboy decided to move the goalpost now and bringing it to a whole different place. And I'm like, sir, you have the day you deserve. I'm out. Because what people realize when you're having a conversation and then it's not going the way they like, what they do now, they move the goalpost to something else and you stray further from the topic at hand. That's not what we were talking about, sir. Let's stick to the topic and not just try to prove. We spend too much time trying to prove a point. We don't need to prove a point in anything. We're all different. We will not have the same mindset. We would not have the same thoughts. We just wouldn't. And that should be accepted as okay. So I had to bounce on that because it's like, sir, you're not about to spoil my day, because I see these things can go left quickly and then y'all start attacking people on a personal level. So I bounced respectfully. Anyways, it's about all the time I got with you guys this morning. We'll be back. And boy, do I have an episode for all you tomorrow. I'm tempted to post it today, but nah. Maybe this evening, but y'all thought what we posted so far was bad. I got one piece of drama in my inbox, and the lady behind me to post it. I'm like, miss, people head hot today with election. Let me leave it for today. Let's do tomorrow. Are they really doing too much in the Mitchell country? Listen, in the sake of man and woman. But anyways, that's tomorrow. Guys, have a great Wednesday. Chin up. All shall be well. Thank you so much, Beacon Insurance and Western Union, for powering us up again as usual. And we'll be back for the final show tomorrow.
Ladies' room, come see you compliments. Renwick Thompson and Company Limited.